You guys are going to have to just accept the fact that women do not actually care about you. The value you can bring to the table, the excitement you can bring into her life, and so on. It's almost like you're an entertainer, right? You have to keep her happy at all times. It's all about her. And all right, don't worry about it. It's like blaming the bee for the sting when you consider all of your previous romantic relationships. You've been in a monogamous relationship through all of your failed relationships, even the ones where you spent years with one woman and put your heart and soul into that relationship. You were devoted to her. You dedicated your life to this woman. You built your life around her. You knew that you thought she was your best friend, and then one day, out of the blue, she just gets up and leaves you. You are blindsided by the news that she is having an affair with someone else. If you take a look at what's going on in the feminist movement, you'll notice that women do not care about men like you or me because they consider us to be disposable. It's not just you. It's all of us men. They don't care about us because we're men. All of these male tools that they are using to use your content because they believe that at the end of the tunnel they will get sex, which of course is not the case. It's okay though, because that's what girls love, because that settles it at the end of the day. She doesn't care about you. It applies to both your girlfriend and your wife. She is probably not concerned with you in particular, but rather with what she can get out of you for her and what you are already doing for her. You are aware of whatever value you are currently providing, whether monetary or otherwise. They say that you don't own these girls because you're adding something of value to their lives by keeping them around, and that's why they say things like, hey, you don't own these girls, and you do not own these women, they are community property, and you do not own these girls, it is just your turn right now, especially with hot girls who are 8s, 9s, and 10s of the hottest women on the planet. They belong to the community, and it's just your turn to use them right now. When a woman reaches her 30s, she has already started to experience a gradual decline in her physical attractiveness that began in her late 20s, around the age of 26 or 27. This decline in attractiveness began when the woman was in her late 20s. She is, for the most part, not an 89 or 10 anymore. She is definitely not a 10, all right. You're not going to see any 30-year-old who's a 10. She is, for the most part, not an 89 or 10 anymore. The concept of hypergamy doesn't give a damn about any of that, because the same girl can dump you at any moment and run off with a higher value man simply because that's how the dating game works, and a higher value man can pay more attention to her needs. If you're going to sit there and argue with me about this, you have the audacity to believe that she cannot love me unconditionally. If you're going to do that, then you're an idiot. Go do that. Don't waste your time. If that's what you want to do, just go ahead and do that and see how that turns out for you, and let me know how it goes. Think about all of the girlfriends you've had in the past. I understand that many of you are currently incarcerated, but for those of you who have had girlfriends in the past, think about how she broke up with you, how she dumped you, and how she didn't even care about you when she did that, and she just left you for dead. You knew that those blue pill ideals had never served you properly, and they hadn't when she did that, she left you for dead. They'd never had it for you, because rent culture is geared toward elevating women at the moment. Not only is it geared toward elevating women, but it is also geared toward actually fueling women's hypergamy even more than it already is. It is made to help women continue to find and pursue things that are becoming more valuable than what men are doing. In contrast, men are encouraged to pursue items of progressively lower value. If a man wants to have more than one girlfriend or multiple sexual partners, then people are going to look down on him for it. But if a woman does that, then people are going to be like, oh, you go girl, you're empowered. You are a strong, independent woman. So you have to realize that not only do other women not care about us, but society does not care about us either. We are so disposable. You go girl. You're empowered. You are a strong, independent woman, and you are so awesome. If you look in the dictionary under the definition of the word traitor, you'll probably find your picture there right now. As part of my dating rotation, which currently consists of 6 different women, I am seeing a new woman every single day. I've gone on a few trips with a few of them, and I've enjoyed them. It's great. I love having dinner dates with them, and I enjoy just being with them. However, at the end of the day, I do know that they do not actually care about me, at least not in the way that I think they care about me right now. Because you're a girl, she does not actually care about you in the way that you believe she does. Rather, she cares about the value that you provide to her through your interactions with other women. Just like you, she cares about the value that you provide to her. I'm currently dating someone, and the primary benefit that I offer is emotional support. but the way we talk to each other makes me feel like I'm putting them through something like an emotional roller coaster. Sometimes I call, and other times I don't. Sometimes I'm really touchy-feely and affectionate, and other times I'm not. I'm not doing any of these things on purpose, and I'm aware of the fact that they do not care about me in the same way that I believe they do, and as a result, I do not base my life on their expectations of how I should be loved as a man, because this is the way that I truly want to be loved as a man. I live my life for myself and on my own terms, which is something that a woman finds extremely attractive, and it is something that you as a man ought to be doing as well, because when you stop making mistakes in your I am aware that the girls, including the ones that I am currently dating, do not really care about me at the end of the day. I am also aware that if a higher value male came along who they viewed as a higher value male, they would choose to be with that higher value male. If I had tens of millions of dollars in the bank and a job comparable to that of a professional athlete or another occupation along those lines, I might be able to hold my own for a short period of time. I make any woman the center of my universe, and you shouldn't. You really shouldn't, but we weren't taught these things when we were growing up. To clarify, I mean that women today receive all of the support, all of the protection, and all of the governmental programs that they require. Women today also receive all of the support that they require from a society that could possibly give a woman. I never make any woman the center of my universe, and you should neither. They have everything a society can offer a woman. No one cares about them, no one cares about us, and no one cares about what you see on television. They have everything that nobody cares about. When we watch Hollywood movies as they currently are, everything in them is about hating men and making men look like fools, and you know that they take away our male role models whenever they can. These movies are emasculating us. When a male role model starts to get a lot of followers, social media sites that lean left shut down and delete their accounts. We lose our few remaining male role models because, as I've said before, this doesn't mean you should immediately and in any way cut women out of your life. I mean, unless you choose to do that personally. I've done that before when I was building my business, and I did it purposefully and voluntarily just because I wanted to. I'm saying this unless you choose to do that because I was dating far too many women at the time, which caused me to be extremely distracted, and I knew that if I continued to have these women in my life, when you take the red pill, women won't be a priority in your life. However, that's okay because you still want to have them in your life. You know as well as I do that I have plenty of women in my life. However, they won't be the first priority anymore, whereas in the past I can guarantee that they were the priority, just as they are for the majority of blue pill men out there. You don't want to take the red pill because you were never that good with women to begin with. I told you that if you take the lead, the girl will follow, and that if you stay true to your path and your purpose, she will as well. So I'm going to wrap this up here. I just wanted to bang out this quick coaching video just to let you know how hypergaming works once again. If you don't believe me, go ahead and Google it. If you don't believe me, the girl will follow you if you take the lead. If you stay true to your path, I will have to wait until the next time we need to get your individual thoughts on the matter. In the meantime, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you then. In the meantime, do your own research and see for yourself. Just don't attack the messenger. I'm just trying to help. To support us, like this video, please subscribe, and make sure to send this video to the person who needs to hear it the most.